Lizzo burst onto the pop culture scene with a flute in one hand, a big smile on her face, and unapologetic self-love declarations that captivated the world. She didn't just bring music, she brought a movement. Declaring herself beautiful, worthy, and deserving of all success, Lizzo became a powerful symbol in the body positivity revolution. Her rise aligned perfectly with a cultural moment that was calling for the celebration of all body types, especially those long marginalized. Her presence was radical. She wore skin-tight leotards on stage, posted unfiltered bikini photos, danced confidently courtside at NBA games, and reminded the world over and over that your worth wasn't tied to the number on a scale. For many, Lizzo was a breath of fresh air. Critics who questioned the health implications of her weight were brushed off as trolls or haters. She was loud, proud, and the embodiment of self-love. Brands jumped on board. Lizzo became the face of inclusivity. Her image was everywhere, on billboards, in commercials, across social media, proving that beauty came in every size. But while she was championed publicly, a quieter contradiction was unfolding behind the scenes. The very industries that celebrated body diversity were still profiting off the promise of weight loss, shapewear, diet programs, and fat burn supplements. And Lizzo, intentionally or not, became a walking paradox, a billboard for self-acceptance in a culture still obsessed with fitness. As her fame grew, so did her scrutiny. Every time she trended, the conversation wasn't just about her music. It was about her body. Was she empowering women or promoting unhealthy standards? With each Instagram post, especially those flaunting her signature curves, came waves of applause, criticism, and debate. Some feared that her popularity was conditional, that she was being celebrated not for who she was, but for the spectacle she provided. In 2021, Lizzo released Rumors featuring Cardi B. The video was met with racist and fat-phobic backlash. She responded emotionally, saying, "Sometimes I feel like the world just doesn't love me back. It's fat-phobic and it's racist and it's hurtful." It was a raw, vulnerable moment. Then, in a 2022 interview with People magazine, she said she was tired of the constant conversation about her size. She said, "I know I'm fat. It doesn't bother me. I like being fat, and I'm beautiful, and I'm healthy. So, can we move on?" But it's never that simple when your body becomes a symbol. According to research in the Journal of Health Psychology, individuals who internalize anti-fat bias, even while promoting body positivity, are more likely to experience anxiety, depression, and body dissatisfaction. Outward confidence can often mask internal conflict. Lizzo's affirmations may have been real, but they were also a shield, and over time, even the strongest shields crack. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, the mental strain of holding two conflicting beliefs. Lizzo had to keep believing that her body was perfect as is, while absorbing a daily flood of messages insisting it wasn't. That tension doesn't just fade. Eventually, something has to give. By 2023, Lizzo admitted she was tired of being the punchline because of how she looked. Then, in 2024, fans started noticing that she appeared slimmer. In a cultural moment where injectable weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro were dominating headlines, speculation ignited. People assumed she had joined the trend. Lizzo denied the claims, attributing her smaller frame to working out and lifestyle changes. Still, the conversation didn't go away. In a June 2025 interview on the Just Trish podcast, she was asked directly if she'd used GLP-1 medications. Her response was candid. "I've tried everything. Ozempic works because you eat less food, so if you can just do that on your own, mind over matter, it's the same." Her comments reignited the controversy. Fans who had celebrated her message of radical self-love suddenly felt confused. Was she contradicting everything she once stood for? Soon after, Lizzo posted a before and after photo on Instagram with a caption that laid out the details of her transformation. She explained her regimen, training 3 times a week, daily sauna and cardio, eating in a calorie deficit, cutting sugary drinks and snacks, and hiring a chef to help her stay on track. So for all these blogs dying to put me on Ozempic, here's the truth. Some fans were supportive, others were hurt. The woman who once told them to love themselves exactly as they are now seemed to be doing the opposite. And for many, it felt like betrayal. Lizzo's evolution struck a nerve because it touched on something deeper than weight. For years, she had been the exception, proof that happiness, love, and success didn't require shrinking yourself. Her image offered hope that maybe self-love could really silence the critics. But when she changed, that hope took a hit. If even Lizzo couldn't withstand the pressure to lose weight, what chance did everyone else have? But was it fair to expect her to carry the weight of an entire movement? From a psychological perspective, the backlash makes sense. Social exchange theory suggests that relationships are based on perceived reciprocity. Lizzo gave fans a story, a narrative they could hold on to, and they emotionally invested in it. In return, they expected her to stay consistent. When she changed course, it felt like a contract had been broken. But that expectation wasn't fair. It placed the burden of an entire ideology on the shoulders of one person who never asked to be a role model. The truth is, Lizzo didn't betray anyone. She just evolved. And for people who saw her as a fixed symbol of resistance, that evolution was hard to accept. It also revealed something uncomfortable, that body positivity, as mainstream culture has adopted it, is often only skin deep. We want people to love themselves, but only in ways that feel comfortable to us. When someone breaks the mold we put them in, we don't know how to respond. Lizzo's transformation isn't just a personal journey. It's a reminder that even the most defiant figures are still human, still vulnerable to the same pressures, insecurities, and longing for peace that we all face. Instead of being shamed for being overweight, Lizzo is now criticized for losing weight. The same people who claim to worry about her health now accuse her of selling out. It's a no-win situation. But Lizzo isn't responsible for other people's expectations. She's not a statue to be preserved. She's a person trying to live her life with dignity and autonomy. Her story is a reflection of our hunger for symbols, people who can carry our hopes and validate our existence. But Lizzo was never supposed to be a symbol. She was just a woman who decided to love herself out loud. And now she's a woman who, like anyone else, is allowed to grow, shift, and choose what's best for her, even if it disrupts the narrative people once believed in. Whether her choices are about wellness, peace, or simply survival in an industry obsessed with image, Lizzo has the right to make them. And the rest of us have to come to terms with the fact that empowerment doesn't always look the way we want it to. Ultimately, Lizzo's is a reminder of how complex and personal the path to self-acceptance really is. It's not linear, and it's not always loud. Sometimes it means gaining weight, sometimes it means losing it, and sometimes it means doing both in public under a spotlight that never dims. No matter how loud the criticism grows, Lizzo is simply trying to exist on her own terms. She doesn't owe the world an explanation. And perhaps the real betrayal isn't hers, but ours for ever thinking her body belonged to us in the first place.